Welcome back. It is the flower that you see everywhere this time of year.
But with a few weeks to go until Christmas, you want to make sure your poinsettia lasts through the holiday, maybe even in the new year, if you're lucky. Here with his golden rules for caring for poinsettias, garden guy, Dale Kay. We need all the tips we can get.
Yeah, it's got that reputation of being a somewhat finicky plant, but it really doesn't have to be. Some fun things about poinsettias, though. Firstly, number one is it's the most commonly grown greenhouse plant in the whole country. So it's the number one cultivated plant in horticulture. Some other fun facts is that it actually contributes $250 million into the nation's economy. So that's kind of the power of one single plant nationwide. December 12th, that's coming up. That's this Sunday, I think, correct? Something like that?
Sounds good to me.
Yes, December 12th is National Poinsettia Day. It's actually coined after Joel Poinsett, who was a congressman in South Carolina. He was credited with bringing the poinsettia back from Central America, Mexico. That's where it is native to. And another little fun little tidbit, grows up to 15 feet tall in its natural habitat. So there you go.
All right, I got a poinsettia early, a couple weeks ago, and it was looking great for weeks. I had it on the dining room table. I didn't think I overwatered.
I'm not going to say it.
All the steps.
Dale knows where this is going.
Dead. I came home and I was out of town for 5 days, and it's a goner.
Okay, so selection first is really key. So let's talk a little bit about selection. Make sure that you're picking up your poinsettia from, I would say, a garden shop. They tend to know plants best. You'll find poinsettias kind of everywhere. The other thing that I do really quick is I look right into the bract of the plant, and I'll see if I can just hold this still so you can get a close up. Into the bract. The flower is really not the red part. That's just the bract, or the color is just a modified leaf. But you can see right in the center there's some really small little buds. They're kind of yellowish, green yellow. That is actually the flower. So when they are open, when the flower is open, the yellow is more pronounced, and it's like a little furry, almost like a little dandelion flower. If you see that and they're fully open, that means it's been on the shelf, or it's getting towards the end of its life. So when something is in full bloom, you know that kind of the end is near. So you want to make sure that those buds in there are really super tight, just like you see them in, just as you saw in this particular poinsettia. If they're fully yellow, that means it's been around a while and it's not going to last as long. The next thing that you want to make sure that you do is make sure when it's cold, if you're purchasing when it's cold, make sure that it is fully wrapped and wrapped properly, and your car is warm, if possible, before you bring it out to the car. Make sure the car is warm, and then be careful unwrapping the poinsettias as well, because we call it mechanical damage. But once that plant gets sleeved, and then you go ahead and unsleeve it, sometimes that foliage it breaks, and that can also cause if you notice it's just suddenly all of a sudden wilting or gone. That's usually from either mechanical damage or from being cold. The other thing you want to make sure is it's watered well, but not too wet. So this is where people get hung up the most. Poinsettias actually like it a little bit drier. You don't have to continually water. They actually like a little on the dry side, so err on watering less, maybe once a week. That will depend on where it is in your home. The other thing is poinsettias, of course, being native from Mexico, they do like a little bit warmer. Even though they're up in the mountains, they do like it a little bit warmer. So if you can give it some sun and warmth, not too close to a window, but not next to a heating vent either, because sometimes that wind can cause them to deteriorate as well. But if you follow those steps, firstly selection, not overwatered, not too close to a window, and not getting blasted by furnace air, you should. I'm listening. You have to make sure they last all through the holiday.
So yeah, realistically, I mean, should they, if you do everything right, should they last 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 6? So I mean, what's the...
Euphorbia is the genus of the plant. Is kind of a little bit of a weed. It does grow. It does grow kind of weed-like-ish. So it will last for quite a long time. To get them to re-bloom again, they are day-night sensitive. So around October, you need to darken them up a little bit so they don't get a lot of light. That will cause the bracts or the leaves to turn color. And then make sure that you're fertilizing during the spring. A lot of people will take them outside, have them as an outdoor plant, then bring them back in the winter. They do need to get cut back and pinched, but they'll last actually a long time. So with a little bit of care, and you can do some fun things, of course, decorate with them, all sorts of different colors, decor. Some of them are painted. If you're a Vikings fan, I even found this little
look at
purple
that.
guy right here, like a little shot glass poinsettia. So really fun and easy to decorate with, but really synonymous with this time of year, the holiday season. Doesn't matter whether you buy a white one, a red one, a pink one, so many different fun colors to choose.
The purple, for instance, and we see other colors like blue, those are hand painted or spray painted?
It's actually sprayed. It's a floral paint that kind of goes onto the back. They're actually all white flowers, the white poinsettia, and they'll dye the white flower, or the white modified white leaf of the plant.
I've wondered about this. Okay, so usually you get them with some sort of, like wrapping like that, and then maybe you put it into its own container or whatever. Should you always take that wrapping off? Should you keep the wrapping on? Does it matter?
So I call them party clothes, all the different decorations. So really, ideally, that comes off when you water. Whoa, there you go.
That comes off too, I guess.
Yeah, a live look at there's the root system right there. And you can see this is a little bit on the drier side, just absolutely perfect. But when you water it, make sure that you can water over the sink, make sure it waters thoroughly, and then let the water drain completely out before you put the party clothes back on. And then they're all dressed up and ready to go.
You like the party clothes. So do we.
Garden Guy Day, okay, we'll do our best. Mine is still alive, but it's only been a week, so there's
Good
still
luck.
time for me to
You're
mess it up.
probably the more of the. Okay, I have no real research to base this on, but after my 20-something years in television, I just know Alex doesn't have a green thumb. Your
Wait,
thumb a little
hold
bit
on.
greener.
Inside for sure.
And
the
again, I
inside flowers.
have no real research to back
all
that up. Just
You just know me.
Mine's kind of yellow. I'm working on green, but it's kind of yellowish right now. We're working on it.
black.
Black.
Ouch.
I like the color
All
black, but
right.
not for my poinsettia.
Still to come here on Good Day. One